Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter generate more hype than anybody in college football right now, and it's not particularly close. But how good are they when you shut out the noise and just watch the film? Let's strip it back and break it down, and if this is the kind of content for you, we'll be doing this all season, so subscribe for future videos. Colorado kept it fairly simple on the opening drive, a couple of easy completions underneath and a couple of run plays, including this read option to Jimmy Horn underneath. The motion man crosses the formation, Shedeur pulls the football out of the running back's stomach before giving Horn a shot to get down the sideline. He makes a man miss and almost picks up the first down. The motioning running back here drags the linebackers over, clearing a space for this slant underneath to Sanders' left. His throw is decisive, easy first down, and a little yards after contact as a bonus. Another good throw, but we're still kind of settling into the game. Nothing crazy just yet. And this is where having a talent like Travis Hunter comes into play. It's a 5-yard curl route with the defense playing single high man-to-man coverage. How this results in a touchdown is all down to Travis Hunter. The defender actually does a good job recognizing the curl and breaking on it, but he shows his cards too early with outside leverage at the catch point. In his defense, corners are taught to defend the boundary and force traffic inside. So again, he's not exactly in the wrong here. Hunter just gets the better of him with a smooth catch transition into ball carrier, and he's gone. Slips the contact, safety takes a bad angle, and Hunter beats him easily to the sideline. The rest is history. This guy is a top 10 pick without a doubt. It's just great football players making great football plays. The defense was not up to it on this one. Sanders reads this one from left to right, coming back to a deep post to Jimmy Horn over the middle. This is one of his best throws of the day, but he does a great job from the very beginning of this rep. He reads the strength of the defense, shifts his running back to the left, and on the snap, you can see that he's read it perfectly with this linebacker blitzing and the running back picking it up. Without that shift, he gets sacked on this play. Even with the right read on the blitz, the pocket collapses around him and he's getting dragged to the ground as he releases the football. The throw is dropped on a dime to Horn in stride, allowing him to maintain his momentum towards the boundary before he gets down the sideline for a score. This is just an all-round great rep from your quarterback who showed elite-level decisiveness and command throughout this game. Now we're getting into a groove, with Shedeur showing off his talent as a pocket passer. This is a great throw with anticipation, something I like to look out for in these film studies. He throws the ball before his receiver disappears behind the linebacker, but drops it perfectly over his head into the space for his receiver to run onto. Great throw, and again in stride for yards after the catch. The safety just does enough, otherwise it could have resulted in another touchdown. This is another safe throw where only his receiver can make a play on it. It kind of looked like a throwaway at first glance with the pressure coming in, but he puts it high and wide and his guy makes a play. They did get him on this one with the nickel corner blitz, forcing Shedeur up into the pocket into pressure. He does have an over-under situation here in the middle of the field, but the pressure gets there and he gets sacked. Now this drive with less than a minute to go in the first half was class. They started backed up on their own goal line and Sanders showed patience waiting for his running back to clear before dropping the ball over to him. They immediately make space for themselves and the back gets out of bounds. This one is a classic concept with go routes up the middle and curls on the outside. Sanders again does a good job sliding left to evade any pressure and throws this one out there for a quick first down and again out of bounds. However, it was called back with the receiver stepping out, ruled incomplete. So they go back and this time Shedeur is pressured but senses the pressure well to roll out, create a ton of space, and then fire a rocket to the boundary here to Travis Hunter. He steps up in the pocket before he rolls right, and the ball is on target with great pace. Shedeur had made some good throws, but with barely 30 seconds left in the half, they need to move the chains. On this one, the defense shows a disguised coverage, showing a heavy blitz with 6 up on the line. Only 3 of those actually rush, with both linebackers and the right end dropping into coverage, while the corner on the far side blitzes. But none of that matters with Sanders getting the ball out really fast, finding Will Shepherd on the near side for a completion and another first down. This one's another of my favorite reps from this game. In 5 wide, the blitz to the inside catches the offensive line off guard and the linebacker gets through, so Sanders has no time to read the field, spinning out to his left to try to keep the play alive. He shakes a tackle and then almost slows down time, resetting himself, setting his feet and then throwing a strike for his receiver to run onto over the middle. He gets crushed as he throws it, but the composure here to make a play is outstanding. He's really directing traffic here. At the point he sets himself, that receiver is standing still. Between them, they communicate this throw and make it happen on the fly, taking the offense to the 40-yard line. And then he did did this. You have two layered out routes here out of trips with a shallow out route and a corner, but Jimmy Horn runs a go route up the middle against what looks like a cover 2 drop. There's two deep safeties, but this linebacker is getting out of there. Shedeur sees the go ball and throws a strike down the field with pressure in his face. He puts it right on target, so none of these deep defenders can make a play, and Colorado made it inside the 10. Hit as he throws, this is a dime. All right, and in the second half, back to Jimmy Horn making plays. The dude crushed it. 7 catches, 198 yards, and a touchdown. High percentage play, picking up additional yardage. While it's not the number one option for him, Shedeur Sanders is perfectly capable of pulling the ball down and picking up a first down. Here, the linebacker in the middle clears out with the running back, and Sanders spots a gap. With no receiver open, he takes off, picking up the first down and moving the chains. And then what a ball this is down the sideline. Travis Hunter is lined up as the near side X, isolated from the rest of the play. Sanders' eyes go left at the snap of the ball with 3 routes on the far side and the slot receiver on the right running a drag towards that side too. Shedeur throws this down the sideline out in front, forcing Travis Hunter to get on his horse and make a play on it against coverage. I will say there's a slight push off here. I noticed it during the game and you can see it here, but it's very subtle and would have been a soft call. But Hunter just makes himself enough space to be able to make the catch and shows great concentration to bring the ball in bounds. He's one of the most natural hands catchers I've seen, and you'll see that a couple more times in the remainder of this video. This interception was wild, with the ball bouncing off the calf of a fallen defender and popping up into another's hands. You can't really do much about that. If I'm reading it right, the outside receiver is running an in to the back of the end zone with 2 outbreaking routes underneath. Again, it's a common concept, but the falling defender disrupts the timing. Had the outside defender shadowed his receiver, you would have had a wide open touchdown here underneath. It's just unfortunate. This play splits the safeties, with the far side safety trailing this deep go route down the sideline and the near side guy just never getting his eyes to the streaking receiver up the middle. The result is a layup against wide safeties in cover 2, and you could argue that had Shedeur actually got this out in front, it would have been a touchdown. His receiver has to turn around for it, slowing his momentum just enough to get him caught. It's still a great throw. Maybe I'm just being a little picky. Shedeur again shows great decisiveness to see it and throw it. There's zero hesitation in his game, and you'll take the chunk yardage all day long. Now, I watched this throw 20 plus times and I'd love your opinion on it. I'm not sure if this was intentional. Travis Hunter is running a corner route on the near side, but the defender trails it well and is in front of it the entire way. As he then turns his head around, Sanders puts the ball on the inside shoulder of Hunter rather than out towards the back corner where you'd expect to see it on a corner route. Travis Hunter once again makes an instinctual adjustment to the ball and it ends up being an easy touchdown for the pair. If it was intentional, it's incredibly smart and once again guiding receivers without needing to say a word. You can see the arm strength, snappy release and zip on the football on this one, making a crossbody throw from the middle of the field to the near sideline over a defender's head in coverage. With the defender sitting right here as he throws this, it's a bold throw to make, but it's so well placed and shot over the head of that defender that he's unable to make a play on it, so it just freezes him in no man's land. He doesn't always need to do too much though, and he doesn't. The 4 receivers run off here and the running back just runs a quick out underneath. With a free blitzer off the edge, Sanders just takes the check down underneath, and Dallin Hayden makes the first man miss for a first down. I like that Shedeur isn't always trying to play hero ball. I honestly thought I'd see more of that watching the film, a little ego coming into play, but when he has a play to make, he makes it, and when things fall apart, that's when he switches on the football IQ and the ability to extend plays to make something happen. He's a magician, but when he needs to be, and that's a real quality to have in this game. This was a dagger and very nearly a touchdown. Again, versus cover 2 drop, Sanders throws a beauty into the end zone, and while it's between coverage and it's tight, it's about to hit his receiver right in the freaking hands for a touchdown. These 2 safeties are near it, but not near enough. Had Zero not made an athletic play on the ball, this was a touchdown. That's a big play from Marcus Gully for the Bison. Shout out to you, sir. Great concept here with this inside receiver running a zig to drag this underneath defender out of the window to throw. Sanders then hits Travis Hunter on an in-breaking route over the middle, and this ball was just a touch off. It's a little behind Hunter, but the adjustment is so effortless, it's crazy. Great play on the ball, great hands catch. He is a very special player. Again here, scrambling when he needs to, something he didn't do often in this game, but enough here for a first and goal situation down near the end zone. This first attempt to hit Travis Hunter on a short fade was called pass interference, and on the following play or two, they went away from it. But then on third down, they went right back to the exact same play. It's the same throw against the same isolated man coverage on that far side. The ball is a little inside. I'm not 100% sure on where it should have been though, but when Travis Hunter can make a hands catch like this, what does it matter? The instinct here on the catch is crazy. Travis Hunter doesn't have to think about catching the football in the slightest. It just happens for him. Excellent catch, unbelievable play from the wide out, touchdown buffs. This looks like an NFL quarterback extending a play, and it takes him a while to find a lane to throw the football into, but when he does, again, the decisiveness to let it fly stands out, and he's rewarded with a pass interference call. I still don't like these. It's a little underthrown, although still a decent ball, and the receiver has to come back for it, forcing the DB into an unknown interference. Not my favorite flag, but that's the game. And this was kind of the last throw worth including in today's video, with Colorado sealing the game late on. Again, it's a pretty ball down the field on a corner route, but it could have been a little further out in front. Now, ultimately, this situation with Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter is going to get wild over the course of the season. If the two continue to play like this, they will be top 5 picks in the draft, and Deion Sanders has been very, very clear about the fact that neither will be playing for certain teams. So the more good football we see, the further we continue on a collision course towards absolute chaos in the 2025 NFL Draft. That said, both are extremely fun players to study, and we might need to do a couple more of these over the course of the season. What do you think? Will they be top 5 picks? Are the Buffaloes going to compete in the big time this year? Drop me a comment and let me know, and I will see you here for the next one. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like on your way out. I appreciate you, and I hope we can watch a ton more football together over the course of the season.